DDAs, we have cases. We have kids, we have bills to pay, dogs to walk, dinner to make, and Netflix isn't going to binge watch itself. So it's very easy to become like me, indifferent to some dispute between an initialism and an acronym. But the question in front of us is very important. See, 3 years ago, we signed a contract with AFSCME. See, we were a small union who didn't have full membership, not much money, and few resources, so we affiliated with a big national union. They provided political clout, they helped with compensation negotiations, they provided administrative support like photocopying and a place to meet. AFSCME is a service provider, just like your satellite TV or your mobile phone provider. And just like those, and the end-user agreement you always click through without reading, they have long contracts with fine print. So they signed a 3-year contract with AFSCME that included an escape clause, so that if at the end of the 3 years we wanted to try something different, we could. But if we don't use the escape clause and we re-up that contract, it's a one-time. So if we're even considering to stay with AFSCME forever, we need to ask the question if the services that AFSCME provides are the same ones that the ADDA needs. Since we can't see into the future, the only way that we can judge AFSCME's services is by their track record. Well, what about increased compensation? Did they get us anything? We didn't get anything other than what the PDs and the APDs got without representation. Well, how about fringe benefits? Did we get a uniform allowance like the DAIs, or the ability to go into the courthouse without going through security? Nope, that didn't happen either. Did they provide a crack negotiating team? No, they advised us to just roll over. We didn't get one of the things on this list. Well, what did we get? We got a boardroom to meet in. We got some food to eat at the meetings. And we got a copy machine. And how much did these services cost us? $356,000 were paid to AFSCME last year. And over the 3 years of the contract, that's over $1 million. That's a lot of trips to Kinko's. What has AFSCME done with that, if not gotten us increased compensation or fringe benefits? Well, there's only one thing that we can point to that AFSCME's really done. Prop 47, regardless of politics, is contrary to the interests of DDAs. And when we asked AFSCME why they would do such a thing like endorse it, their response was that it was our fault because we didn't send someone to advise them otherwise. But endorsement is not things going wrong. Endorsement means that they read the text and at the end of reading it came to the conclusion that endorsement was the right thing to do. If that's the conclusion they came to, it just demonstrates how different the goals of district attorneys and AFSCME are. So if you ask, are the services that AFSCME provides the same services that ADDA needs? Do we re-up? Well, would you want to re-up a contract for services that we don't need? Services that cost a lot of money, and for a term of service that lasts forever. That means that you would be paying, your children would be paying, your children's children would be paying piles of money to AFSCME for services that we don't use. A vote to disaffiliate is a vote which gives us the most options. We could try to go it alone, we could join up with a different national union, but at least we could make a choice. If we don't disaffiliate, we have no choice. We are locked in, our fates entwined with AFSCME forever, and that's a long time.